Good morning, everyone. So, today we will study about chapter number 3, part 2 of the chapter Non-Conventional Sources of Energy. As we have already discussed about this in the live class also, but today we will study in complete. So, these resources are also known as renewable source of energy. So, let's look at the definition. These sources are continuously replenished. Replenished means can be regenerated by natural process. That means we do not have to do anything. It is a nature's process. So it can be of different types like wind energy, tidal energy, solar energy, geothermal and biomass energy. So we can start with the first one, the wind energy. Let's look at the definition of it. Wind energy is typically or basically harnessing of wind power. Harnessing means utilizing of wind power to produce electricity. That means conversion of kinetic into electrical. And these are the potential stations that are found in India, like 39 wind stations in Tamil Nadu, 36 in Gujarat, 30 in Andhra Pradesh, 27 in Maharashtra, and so on. Next, the advantages and disadvantages of wind energy. It is a renewable source. It does not cause any pollution. Once the wind turbine is built, the energy produced does not cause greenhouse gas. Now the disadvantage, it is not available at all times. It requires a large area of land and the speed of wind should be 15 km per hour. Second one is the solar energy. Let's study about what do you mean by solar energy. It is obtained from the sun in the form of heat and light. It is the most abundant resource of energy. It is derived in the form of solar radiations. The solar energy is received by the near Earth space is approximately 1.4 kilojoules per second. Now, the areas where we can use solar energy applications are solar cooker, solar water heater, solar photovoltaic, solar hot water system, solar dryer, solar air heaters, solar batteries, solar desalination systems, solar cookers and solar panels and solar lamps also. So let's look at the advantages of solar energy. It is an abundant. Abundant means very vast. It is everlasting. It's not going to be finished. It is available almost everywhere. It can reduce your electricity bill. The cost of solar panels are decreasing while efficiency is increasing. Now, the third, tidal energy. How we can make tidal energy? As sea water keeps on rising and falling alternatively twice a day under the influence of gravitational force of moon and sun. This phenomenon of rising and falling of tides is known as tidal energy. As we can already study that high tide to a low tide refers to the rise and fall of water in the ocean. A difference of several meters is required for a high and a low tide. One, ocean waves and tides can be made to turn a turbine and then generate electricity. Now, fourth one, geothermal energy. Geothermal is the heat of the Earth's interior. This energy is manifested in the hot springs. Now, what do you mean by this? As we can understand about the layers of the earth, and in deep layers of the earth, the heat energy that is generated by various natural processes, okay, or the decay of radioactive elements or the friction, you just need to understand the deeper you go inside the earth, the hotter it is, and that's how we can generate the geothermal energy, right? So let's see how geothermal energy works. First, number one, magma in red color. Then we created a reservoir that turns into the turbine to form the heat in generator so that it can be transformed into the transformer and then directly to the electric mains, and then its cooled water is pumped into heated rocks where it is covered to steam, which rises up to power the turbines. And that's how we can make the geothermal energy. Now, how we to suspect, where do we find the geothermal reservoirs? In geyser, in boiling mud pot, volcano, and hot springs. As you can see, there are different plates like Eurasian plate, Indo-Australian plate, Pacific plate, North American plate, South American plate, and the Antarctic plate. In the between of this, there is a ring of fire. An area called ring of fire has most of geothermal energy. Now, how we can extract and use? There are two methods, direct and indirect. Directly from hot spring, and indirect for generating electricity. Now we will go for the first method, where we can direct apply geothermal energy, that is in space heating, aquaculture, air conditioning, hot water, drying, melting snow, and even in the greenhouse places. So let's study the deeper into it. Hot springs used in spas, heating water at fish farms, provide heat for buildings, raising plants in greenhouses, drying crops in winter or in summer, provides heat to industrial processes. Okay, now the positive attributes or the advantages, like it produces 4 times the energy that they consume. It can be available almost 90 to 100% of the time. It emits very less gaseous emissions that are harmful for the environment. The electricity generated by it is in advantages like available all the year round, direct use, it is free from global warming. Now the disadvantages, like it can salinate the soil, that means it can make the soil very salty. It releases H2S, or high installation cost were there. Geothermal energy cannot be easily transported. Total generation potential of this source is too small, and sometimes there is danger of eruption of volcano also. Okay, now this is the diagram of biogas plant, as you have already made in your notebooks. So briefly discussed about biogas plant. It is a mixture of gases containing methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and hydrogen sulfide. It is produced by anaerobic degradation of animal waste when breakdowns into organic matter by bacteria in the absence of oxygen. The biogas plant has a large underground tank made of bricks and cement. The lower part is the digester and the upper part has a dome. Now, what can be the benefits from biogas plant? It is mainly used for cooking and lighting purpose. It is used in internal combustion of engines. It is very clean, non-polluting and cheap. Direct supply of gas from tank. No maintenance cost. It does not cause any health hazard. It provides us both the fuel and the manure. Some other advantages of biogas energy are it provides work opportunities for many people, and this is the flow chart of all the sources that we have talked about. Okay, so the disadvantages can be it is unstable, it contains impurities, it is not attractive on a large scale, and little technological advancement has been introduced for streamlining this process, which is more cost effective. All right, so again have a look on this non-conventional energy sources chart, where you can find wind, solar and tidal. Now this is the difference between conventional and non-conventional one. I hope you are able to understand this chapter. Read it slowly, pause the video, and if there is any question, then comment me on the comment box, or you can message me on my personal number as well. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for listening and paying attention. Any question, once again, please raise it. Okay, thank you. Like, share and subscribe my videos.